Good afternoon, YouTube, and welcome back once again to Fat Cat Collections, or good morning, I should say. So today, guys, I want to do another scam warning, or again, I'm going to do a scam warning or a buyer beware warning. I just want to let the public know, once for me, I built a pretty decent YouTube channel, and it's growing every single day, and a lot of people have purchased products based on my reviews and based on the experiences that I've had. Again, remember, all these things are my opinions, but we have good and bad luck with products and good and bad luck with sellers and companies. And one thing that I do like doing is putting out a buyer beware warning, right? And I've done positive reviews too, like Invicta stores, done a review on them. Other companies, Bulldog Enterprise on eBay. There's a lot of people selling things on the internet nowadays, and there are so many popping up every single day. There's so many companies being pushed on Instagram and like your social media networks that it's important to share the information that you get at hand so people know what they're getting into when they order from companies. Now, I'm a huge fan of Amazon. A lot of the leather jackets, today's leather jacket company we're going to be talking about, have come from Amazon. I love that you have that layer of protection there between the seller and, of course, the consumer. And with Amazon, it's really great because they protect you even more than something like eBay. I mean, if you have a problem with Amazon, they pretty much have full reign to listen to the story. You provide evidence and proof just like eBay, but they have full range to basically not have to wait for a seller response. If they feel that you've been wronged or that the seller didn't honor their end of the agreement, they'll just refund you. So I love buying through Amazon. I feel super safe doing so. And in addition to that, not just are you super safe with getting the product that you ordered, but sometimes you just get something and it just doesn't fit right, or maybe there's something in the picture that's not quite right that ends up on the jacket you get or the product that you get. Amazon just really takes care of you. So again, I wholeheartedly recommend buying stuff through Amazon. But but in addition, I get contacted all the time by companies, and there's a lot of companies that are relatively good companies that are overseas, and a lot of times these companies want to go ahead and reach out to YouTube influencers, especially for somebody like me. This is a leather jacket company. I have put up leather jacket reviews. I don't know if there's larger YouTube channels that fill more jacket reviews, but I mean, I don't know really anybody who has over 40 leather jackets. So it is something that I collect as well. I'm sure there's, filthy rich people with more, but I don't know how many of those people are actually doing reviews on Amazon or on YouTube, excuse me. So I like sharing my experiences again, and there are a lot of companies out there, right? If you look at a company like Pretender, which I wholeheartedly recommend, they're out of the Ukraine, I believe. And, a company like that a lot of times won't get the business from the United States because people are kind of weary about, I'm going to send my money overseas. I've never heard about this company. With Amazon, again, a lot of those sellers are overseas, if you're going to look at like some of these Pakistani jackets, Indian-made jackets. But, you have that middleman to protect you. So when a company like this reaches out, I always feel really happy about, getting to work with a company, getting a leather jacket for the collection, and reviewing the product, and then sharing that experience. So this company might gain more sales by having somebody like myself give them give you guys the thumbs up, and it's just an element of rapport and trust that happens when a company does the right thing with an influencer, like somebody like me, who has the potential to reach a lot of people, right? And there's, again, much bigger channels out there, and this is how it works, right? So this company reached out to me. The name is USA Jackets. I did a little research on the company because a lot of these stores that are these web-based kind of non-Amazon stores. And I'm not saying that, a lot of times a seller will have a Amazon store, an eBay store, and a website. In this case, I don't know if they're on Amazon or eBay. I don't think they are. But USA Jackets, you have your website, of course. You have all the reviews that you could find, on Reddit and places like that. And so what I do is I basically just went around the internet a little bit, looked at what people's stories were. The first thing that I noticed with USA Jackets, before I even made any kind of agreements with them, was the fact that a lot of people said it was a scam warning, And so, in my mind, I thought, well, if it's a scam, which it very, very well may be, there's all kinds of scams on social media and on the internet, Just an example, some companies will go ahead and they'll put up a huge website, market on social media, get a lot of people to order and then make a claim that, let's say that jacket's out of stock or the product's out of stock, maybe it's back ordered. In the meantime, they're collecting all this money, and then suddenly the website shuts down and they run away with the money. Now there are things, again, people are protected in a lot of different ways, but this is kind of one of their scams. There's always the old bait and switch, where they send you a rock rather than the product you ordered. There's all kinds of things out there that happen. With USA Jackets, or US Jackets, excuse me, the first thing I noticed that every one of their jackets on here is it's like a picture of a movie star, or I shouldn't say everyone, most of their jackets are like movie star jackets. So they do have some that are just generic pictures of just a jacket on the rack. And a lot of their pictures, though, over 67 pages, I didn't go to the end here, but are, they're pictures of celebrities, musicians, wearing a specific jacket, and they claim that they have these. Now, one thing that I noticed right off the bat was, one, there's no way a company like this could stock all these different jackets. It's just way too many jackets to actually have on hand, especially some of these themed jackets that really, come out in a movie. Like, some of these jackets are really, even as flashy and bold as I am and a lot of things that I wear, there's some jackets here that most people probably would never wear. So something like that, they'll probably never even sell some of these jackets. Like, I don't know if necessarily everybody wants to wear the jacket from the movie Blade, although Blade looks very cool with that jacket. I don't know if everybody would want to necessarily wear that, myself included. Again, I'm pretty bold when it comes to leather. There's all different kinds of jackets, movie collection jackets, men's jackets, women's jackets, new arrivals, gaming jackets, and TV series. Just an example, when you click the heading TV series, you'll find 13 Reasons Why outfit, sex education jackets, Lockheed merchandise, I don't know what any of these things are, 911 outfit collection, Halston outfit, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., there's Yellowstone jackets, because, Yellowstone's a great flick. There's a lot of cool attire in that show, so you'll see pictures of the celebrities from the movie or from the television show in kind of a freeze frame, and they're saying that they have these jackets. And some of the jackets are actually like branded Carhartt jackets, which you don't have the authority to make that jacket. That's a Carhartt brand with Carhartt logo. You're basically copying. That's copyright infringement. So a lot of things, they don't even have the right to even claim that they have. So that's another red flag to me. But a lot of these companies are, we all know that there's lots of fakes out there with many different things, a lot of theme jackets and that kind of stuff. And one thing that I've noticed with, or not one thing, but many things I've noticed, is that, again, there's just no way they have all these jackets. And two, when a company is selling something that's not legit, like you'll never go to a legit watch store or watch website and have fake replica watches. You generally have to branch out to some of these overseas sites that, are kind of outside the U.S. government's touch, right, so to speak. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know what they can or cannot do, but I know a lot of these sites will pop up and then they'll close and they'll keep changing their names. With something like this, that's kind of the first, again, another red flag for me. But being the company reached out and said, hey, we want to, and let me just open up that that instant messenger from chat, just so you guys can be aware. If you are contacted by somebody like this, and you are a YouTube influencer or Instagram influencer, this isn't just for the consumer. This is for anybody. One thing I don't like is time being wasted, right? So if a company's going to, in my opinion, okay, if a company's going to put out an agreement and reach out for a service, there's nothing wrong with the company turning around and saying, hey, we're shopping YouTube influencers. We're looking to maybe do something. Can you tell us a little bit about what you might do? What kind of, ask the questions, what kind of pull you might have, what the expected, even though that's a hard question to answer, what's your expected view count for something like this? A little bit about the channel. These are all questions to ask when you're shopping around. What this company did is a bait and switch tactic. And so the guy who messaged me, his name is Faizan Qureshi. It's Faizan Qureshi. Now, this gentleman has, of course, I believe gentleman, has blocked me since our last interaction, which is totally fine. But the initial email just clearly stated, or the instant messenger on Facebook, was, first off, another thing that was really strange, is that right off the bat, this person referred to me as a Dominica. So they're probably reaching out to a lot of different influencers. And this person claimed that they're a marketing manager from a reputable firm. We like to work with you. We deal in leather jackets. It'd be great if you could work with us to provide us professional shoots, pictures of our products. We'll send you any article you want from our store according to your measurements and give us pictures of the article. Now, generally when somebody wants measurements, they custom make them on the spot. And again, there's nothing wrong with selling something and having a turnaround time to make it and ship it. But, you know, a lot of this stuff, that's not what's listed on the site. When they list the jackets on the site, it's small, medium, large, extra large, your normal sizes, right? You don't need my measurements to know what's going to fit. I'll determine what's going to fit. But again, that might just be kind of a basic generic email. Let us know if you're interested in working with us. We can discuss further details. So I did respond back. And then again, they responded back with the exact same email, which was kind of weird. I don't know if it's a bot or not. I just said, how would you like to proceed? If you send me a link to your products. And so that was kind of odd. They didn't even send a website or anything like that. So they did send the link. It's usjackets.com. And I took a look. And again, remember, I normally, when I work with a company, every company agreement's a little bit different. So we agreed upon a 2-jacket video deal. They would send 2 jackets, 2 different jackets for me to check out quality on 2 different items. There were 2 jackets of my choice. I basically took the jackets as payment for videos because I love collecting jackets, you know, so I don't mind that. And of course, I said both small, and I gave them the my shipping courier's address, which is, you know, I use a shipping courier outside the state where I live, so basically it gets forwarded to my address helps to keep the you know, for privacy concerns, right? And I said, when can you ship it? I generally, when I work with a company, I'll ask all these questions, so I have an expectation of when you might send this stuff out. When am I going to try to schedule this video? It's going to be before Black Friday, after Black Friday. All these things gives me time to research, think about some ideas, keywords, that kind of stuff. So they said, I said, when can you ship? And they said, as soon as possible. So I gave them my shipping courier's address. They said, okay, sounds good. And that was back on, what was that? Actually, looks like back last month around the 14th, October 14th. So I said, okay, let me know when you ship. And then I waited closer to the 20th. I said, did you ship? They said, no, after Halloween, which is what was really weird too on the site. When you would go and look at their website, it said no jackets are being shipped for anybody till after the 31st, which I thought was really weird to have a time constraint on a business, right? What's the holdup? Why are you waiting till the 31st? And so that was kind of a red flag for me as well when I saw that. So, but also on the flip side to that, I said, well, why would a company reach out to somebody who want to provide 2 jackets for free to help build brand exposure if it's a scam site, right? But then again, you know, a scam site could very easily want to, you know, get in the good graces of an influencer, have an influencer put his name and reputation on the line and say, hey, this is a great company, I got these jackets. And a consumer might say, oh, well, they sent the influencer or something like that. Well, then they're probably a legit company. Why would you send away 2 jackets if you're just going to scam people? But if that helps to build sales on their site, only later to scam people. And what I find about the time constraint is that allows them to get a lot of orders in before actually providing any merchandise. And then at the 31st, they can instantly just say, oh, well, we're out of stock, you know, and then shut down the site. Now, we are after the 31st, so obviously the site is still up and running, but very odd that no jackets were shipped. So I followed up with them, and I said, hey, so I emailed them again or messaged them several days in a row. Did we ship? Do we have the jackets? Hey, man, what's the deal? You know, we had this agreement. We're into November. And then they came back and said, sorry for the late reply. This was today. And they sent me 2, I mean, my opinion, butt ugly jackets, right? And that is subjective. But 2 jackets, they're trucker style jackets, very generic. The jackets I requested were jackets that were theme jackets. One from, I forget which rapper, kind of a studded black, pretty cool looking jacket. I said, I know it's probably not going to be exactly like the picture because that's not the jacket they're going to ship. They're going to make something that looks like it. But nothing wrong with that. As long as it's, you know, 99% perfect. The other one was I like this kind of violet jacket that I forget the musician wore on like American Idol or something like that. So really cool, unique jackets. And, you know, they said no problem with that. And of course, they said we will send you 1 of these jackets only. So this is where the problem lies. So you have all these things that are kind of red flags to begin with. And then, of course, you have a company making an agreement to work with an influencer, wasting my time. If you only want me to review a specific jacket or a specific product, which happens all the time. A company will reach out and say, hey, we have this light bulb. We have 100 other products, but we are looking to market this one item. Then I'll say, hey, I have the option to either agree to those terms or not. With this, they said, you pick, let us know what you want. Went through the time and hassle of going through, 40, 50 pages looking for the right jacket that might do well on the channel. Time invested, right? And then they turn around and say, we'll send you one of these jackets. So totally reneged on the agreement, and they want to send me some generic looking jackets, right? Again, is this company going to turn around and just go get their hands on that jacket, get it from wherever, and then send it out, get a good video? Meanwhile, they keep getting more sales and then scam people out of money? Not sure. So I said that wasn't the deal we discussed. This is a waste of my time. If you're not going to honor an agreement, don't make an agreement that you're not willing to honor. Why would you turn around and say, we want to send you 2 jackets, we agree to these terms? Why would you do that? It's unprofessional, and it's just a waste of people's time, right? And I'm going to get to my point at this. This isn't just about like, oh, well, look, I'm complaining about not getting free jackets, right? There's more to this, and I hope you guys understand that. When I do these videos, it's not just the fact that I'm annoyed that my time was wasted, but my point of this is that if this is the behavior of a company who treats somebody who's going to represent their brand, right? Imagine how they're going to treat the customer. If they're going to treat somebody with some actual internet pull, to share their story like this, then how are they going to treat you, just the regular consumer who sends them your hard-earned money to get a jacket that either 1, will never show up, or 2, will be completely different, we're going to talk about that too, than what was advertised or listed. Anyway, they said, I said, I feel like this is a scam site, and then back and forth, they said, it's not a scam site, what do you talk about? They just said, just simply, we don't want to work with you. So I said, well, there's nothing wrong with that, but why did you reach out in the first place? And again, a company like this has no regard for other people's time and money. If you're just going to reach out, where I come from, or the way I work, is I honor my word. If I say I'm going to do something, I do it. Even if it's something that costs me money, my time, something I don't want to do, if I give you my word that I'm going to do something, then I do it. And that's what happened in this case. Now, there wasn't any kind of legal contract signed, of course, but to me, it doesn't matter. Even if there was a legal contract, I wouldn't really hold them to it, because I value a company's word, or value people's word, their integrity, more than having something lock them into an agreement. You know what I mean? So it's fine, because the good thing that comes out of this is that I can share this story with you guys in hopes that you just are a little careful with, if you were going to, again, if you Google other jackets, you're going to get a lot of different sites come up. But this company pretends to be a United States manufacturing company, right? They call it USA Jackets. That gives you the perception that it's a United States-based company. Most likely, this company is not United States, and I can almost guarantee you that the jackets, that if you are lucky enough to get one, because I do read that people have gotten their jackets, if you are lucky enough to get one, it's going to come from overseas, places like India and Pakistan, where they're making these jackets on demand, or having an outside company drop ship the product. Now, anyway, that was our correspondence. He went ahead and blocked me after that, and that's the end of it, which is really, very questionable too. Usually companies don't block somebody. They want to try to, work through disagreements, right? So, very strange. Not sure exactly who this person is or what they represent. Not impossible if this is completely something not even related to USA Jackets. Is not impossible at all. I have, there are people out there with, time to kill, and they find things funny to waste people's time. So, just like the Fiji water incident, I'm pretty careful with everything that I do now. And I really don't, I guess I really don't have an expectation when a company puts their word out about collaboration until the product actually shows up. That's just the way it is. There's a lot of flakes in this world, and you just have to deal with it. Otherwise, you don't deal with people or companies, right? It is what it is. So again, with this person, I'm not really sure if they actually do represent the company, if they're a marketing company, like they said. Again, all very questionable. It says on their Facebook profile that it lives in Pakistan. So again, that's another clue in that this company is not a United States-based company. Now again, I want to be clear, there's nothing wrong with the company drop shipping products, but here's the biggest issue with them. Again, not just the fact of how they bait and switch the tactic. that bait and switch tactic is something that I've read that they've done to other people. Somebody will order a jacket and it comes nothing like the jacket pictured. I've had that happen to me on eBay, on the ostrich jacket I reviewed. The jacket they pictured is not the jacket they sent. Hang on, I'm getting heated up here. Let's turn on this fan. This is another example of, and there's all kinds of sellers. If you have watched my video on Pretender jackets, the Stormbringer jacket, that's an amazing company, amazing jacket. You know, they're the only ones who make that jacket, but you'll see their pictures all over Amazon, all over eBay, with sellers claiming that that's what you're going to get. You're not going to get that jacket. You're not going to get a genuine Pretender jacket. You're going to get their rendition of a Pretender jacket. So just like when you see all these really cool jackets on here, again, all these themed jackets, you'll find the ones that are kind of generic that you'll find on places like lots of other websites, you know, and again, there's lots, remember guys, there's lots of jacket companies out there. And they have not just leather, but puffer jackets, all these things you can find on AliExpress, Amazon, or not all of them, I don't want to, you know, some of them, you know, you'll see the exact same things. Just to give you an example here, here's a Star Wars The Force Awakens jacket. Now this jacket that I see pictured here looks to me like the actual, or pretty close to the actual jacket. If you were to get something like this from a reputable company, what it would look like. They're never going to look exactly like the movie jackets. Those movie jackets are custom made, one-of-a-kind, well-made jackets by people with a lot of talent. These jackets, these movie theme jackets, remember, are not meant to look like the same jacket. And so what I like is on this particular jacket, in my opinion, this is a jacket that you would probably get from a company like this. If this company actually did send it, this is probably something you're going to get that's similar. If you look at the actual Star Wars jacket, it doesn't really look like this. This looks like, you know how costumes are, like Halloween costumes. When as a little kid, you get the one in the, you know, on the rack kind of stuff. It's meant to be Luke Skywalker, but it, you know, it doesn't look anything like. It's not a really quality costume. That's kind of what this is. This is like a costume, basically. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. And the more complex the jacket, the higher the odds that you're not going to get anything that looks like the picture. And again, as a reputable company should show you exactly what you're going to get. Call it the Star Wars themed jacket, not a problem with that, but show you exactly what you're going to get. Another example here is, and I'm just going through here picking things that you guys might recognize here. Where's the one that's really... Alright, so, damn. They have so many jackets. And that was the other thing, too, while I'm looking through here, that this particular contact said, oh, all our jackets are out of stock. So you mean to tell me you have over 300 jackets in stock, and now they're all out of stock? Like, impossible. Especially some of the jackets that I ordered, they probably never sold any of them. I mean, because... the one was a John Legend violet jacket. That's a pretty for a guy to wear violet. That's a bold color, right? It's very, you know, it's very unique. I'm sure they don't get a lot of orders for violet John Legend jackets. But again, they showed a picture of John Legend, the jacket from him on, I guess, one of these American Idol or whatever show he was hosting or on that day. That's, again, I expect it to look different than exactly what... you know, he looked like with the jacket he had, because he's probably wearing a $5,000 jacket. They're offering these for, you know, a couple $100. Here's another one, men's New York blue jacket. This is made to look like, I believe is that the Mets? I think the Mets. Yeah, those are copyrighted. You can't just make a New York Mets jacket. Like that's you're violating copyright. Cobra Kai Johnny Lawrence jacket. This one might look like the picture. Usually the ones that you see an actual nobody, like a normal person, just a model wearing, are generally going to be the ones that might actually look like that. The other ones, when they show you a picture of the guy from the movie wearing the actual jacket, it's not going to look like that. I'm trying to find, there's over 80 pages here, it looks like. Trying to find one. There was one that I really kind of spoke to me here, but it's just too many pages for me to really... like Michael Jackson Beat It jacket. Like we've seen that one everywhere. They're showing Michael Jackson wearing his custom-made jacket. The one you get, I've seen what those other ones look like. Yeah, they have the look, but they're not going to be exact, okay? And the more basic stuff, like here's a Superman jacket, that's probably going to look like that. What I found with a lot of these companies that they show you a lot of times jackets that are made of even better material, not say better material, but let's say like if you have a jacket that's genuine cowhide, it's a very thick, heavy leather, they might send you something made of like a super soft, thin lambskin, right? And it's nothing, I have lots of lambskin jackets, nothing wrong with lambskin, but again, it's important for a company to list and show you what you're buying, not show you something else and bait and switch and send something else. And I think a company like this, based on some of the reviews that you could find on, let's see here, this is Trustpilot. There's a lot of positive reviews too, but this one said, I wish I'd read this before. Before I purchased an AFC Richmond jacket from the site. When it finally arrived, it was poorly crafted. The pockets were not stitched and hung below the waist. The jacket is very obvious it's a fake. When I inquired about the refund, they only offered me $10 on an $83 purchase. So again, another thing that they do is they'll list, hey, money back guarantee. When it comes actually time, if you need to get your money back, they're going to fight you all the way on this. So they can pretty much send you whatever you want, whatever they want, and then when it comes down to actually getting your money back here, good luck. They have a contact us, they have a blog. All this is just a facade. Free shipping, 30 days return, 100% secure checkout. Not based on that story, not based on many of the other stories. If you go ahead and read, and I'll link to this site here. Another guy, one was positive. Here's a scam. The order didn't arrive in time stated by the company. In fact, I never received it at all. The company hasn't responded in my emails, nor do they respond to their chats. We'll be disputing through my credit card company. This is a scam. When you order, you don't get tracking. Still no tracking. It says most likely be a month before it arrives. It was shipped from Karachi. Now, I have ordered jackets off Amazon where you have that middleman to protect you, and I have gotten jackets from Karachi. I like a lot of the jackets I've gotten from Karachi, so I don't want you to think that just because a jacket comes from overseas, a lot of things come from overseas, most things do, that just because it's not a USA company doesn't mean that you're not going to like the jacket if you get the jacket. The real problem here is the bait and switch tactics and the dishonesty, and just knowing that you're kind of taking a gamble if you order something from the site to actually, one, receiving what's in the picture, and two, if you do have a problem, good luck getting your money back. You're pretty much stuck with it. So if you feel comfortable going ahead and gambling with your hard-earned money at the cost of $150 to $300 on a leather coat, by all means, knock yourself out. Drop me a comment if you have ordered from this company and used them in the past. This is not a company I'll recommend. You guys know I've done a lot of leather jacket reviews. I'll do a lot more in the future. It's something that I do collect. And most of the jackets I've received have been great. Again, there are quality differences. There are price differences. And again, price doesn't always dictate quality, but that's why I like to review these things, because once I put up a video, you guys know exactly what you're going to get. If you say, oh, I saw Fat Cat Collections do that video, he says he loves it, this is the materials, you can rest assured that that's probably a safe bet to buy that jacket. Now, it's not impossible that a company changes. I can't guarantee, it's not my company. I can't guarantee every single video I do that you're going to receive that. But I can give you guys my experience with a company in hopes that that might, give you a better chance of getting a product that you, one, really want, and two, are going to be very happy with. So, close the video up. Don't buy from US Jackets. I don't recommend them. There's too many unknowns, too many ifs, too many bait and switch tactics. And for a company to do that, I wouldn't even waste my time. There's so many other companies to order jackets from. Check out my leather jacket playlist. I mean, whatever your color is, black, white, blue, there's a jacket there that'll fit your wants and needs. And of course, remember guys, if you're looking at a jacket that I've ordered, that I've done a review on, a lot of those jackets, it may not be your style, but it's a good indication of what the company offers. So the company might have something else, like Laverpel. Totally recommend them. Great value, awesome jackets, love them, right? If you want something really thick, heavy cowhide, probably not going to be a Laverpel. They might have jackets like that, but I've only experienced with their lambskin jackets. You want killer buffalo jacket, I'm definitely going to refer you to Pretender jackets. Their jackets are incredible. There's a lot of options out there, and you just got to be careful with who you give your money to. So that's it. That's my seller buyer beware warning. I hope it's helpful to some of you. If you have had a bad experience with this company, please, information is very powerful and very important for the consumer. If you've had a good experience, list it in the comment section. If you've had a bad experience, definitely list in the comment section. And this is how we can help other people from, one, getting burned and wasting their time. So guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. As always, guys, if I can help you in any way, drop me a comment, drop me an email. As always, guys, take care, be kind to one another. See you again.